Okay. Excellent. We're live. All right. Cool. So this is going to be about why your higher self is already a witch, witch. Why your higher self is already a rich witch. Okay. So here's the deal. Your higher self is already living in her most authentic way. She's already raw as hell. Forgive my voice. I'm still getting over bronchitis. Your higher self is already raw as hell. She's already authentic. She's already real. She's already as much of herself and as authentic and as true to herself as humanly possible. She's not pretending to be anybody. She's not copying anybody. She's not doing anything that anybody else is doing. She's only doing what is her. She's only doing what she's programmed to do. She's only doing what is coming from her soul. And when she does that, she draws in only the equal of that in others. So your higher self is already a rich witch for that reason, both energetically and certainly monetarily as well. So when you align with that higher self and you want to know what your higher self is doing, what she's up to, how she's already doing, where she is, how she's already doing so well in her dimension, all you have to do to align with her is just start doing what she's doing, which is to be authentic as motherfucker. When you get online and talk about your business, talk about your offers, talk about your solutions, it's not just about how you explain the results of what you give and the services that you have and stuff like that. It's not just explaining results to show authenticity, but also to show your personality and not be afraid of that. Not be afraid to get on there. If you're like me and you cuss a lot, fine. Who cares? Who gives a shit? That doesn't matter. When you get online, this world is huge, and you have to remember that the world is big. So getting online and speaking clearly, confidently, speaking from the depths of your mind, speaking from the bottom of your heart, and speaking in a way that is honest and real, and that will make you relatable. Not trying to be relatable, by the way. Sorry. But speaking very honestly will make you relatable. I was watching a video the other day on YouTube, and it was a girl. It's this nice young girl who her YouTube channel is all about her schizophrenia and what it's like. And I was watching it because I was curious. She just popped up on the random feed, and I thought, what the hell? I wonder what that's like, and I clicked on it and I watched her video. It was like a 20-minute video. And she was saying that she was having a moment at that moment, having a psychosis in that moment, and was filming it. And she was talking about the voices she was hearing and stuff like that, and explaining what each one was doing and and saying to her. And she was real as a motherfucker about that stuff. And she was explaining all kinds of things about what it's like, and just talked, human to human. Just talked human to human with me and with everybody else who was watching. And that she was real as hell for that. And I subscribed to her because I thought she was interesting, and I appreciated her honesty, and I appreciated her rawness, and I appreciated her just being a human and just speaking on human things and the human experience from her point of view. And uh, there were parts where she was crying and stuff like that, and because she was just talking, just talking, just putting it out there. And I appreciated that so much from her. And that is such a very good example of how to draw in people who are vibe with that and vibe with you and understand you and appreciate your work and things like that. When you get online and just speak from your heart, nothing more, nothing less. Speak from your heart and speak to theirs in turn. Because when you are speaking from the depths of your heart, you're speaking from your realest self, your truest self, and there's no facade. There's no trying to be something you're not. There's no being uppity about it or any of that. No mask, no nothing. You're not trying to do anything except be human. So when you present yourself and your content, being your true self and letting your true, beautiful personality and character shine through along with the genius that you implement in your work, those two things together are like that's bread and butter. You know, that's the two most perfect things that can come together is who you truly are as a person plus the genius in your work because they go hand in hand. Your genius and your special magic, your unique one of a kind magic in your workings is only coming through authentically and is only really truly working the way it does because you are coming through real as hell with everything you do. You know that when you work magic, your determination and your emotion that's wrapped up in what you're doing and the way you take it seriously and most of all, the way you take yourself seriously is going to be what makes that shit work. And we know that. And to be aligned with your highest self as much as possible and to be cleansed of all the bullshit stuff you don't need before you start your working, that all of those things makes you authentic when you're doing your work. When you're doing your magic, it makes you authentic. So that being the case, you being real as hell is going to be what makes your offers work as well as they do. That's your genius. That's what helps your genius come out and shine and show everybody how great you are and how unique you are and how your solution is the only damn one for what they want. So the idea that if you have any ideas of worrying about what people think or there aren't enough clients in the world or the coaching space is too small, it's not. You've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again to quote Selena, there's room for everybody. Quit quit worrying about what everybody the fuck else is doing. You don't need anyone looking over your shoulder. You don't need all of that. Just do you. This world is huge. We got 8 billion damn people on this planet. Okay? It's a big world out there. Everything's okay. Just be yourself. And you will align with your higher self, who is, as I said before, already a rich witch. Already a witch. Okay. I'm getting tired. So there's a lot to be said for just being yourself, just being real and putting your magic out there and putting your message out there in a real possible way and aligning with that higher self. And as soon as you do that, the money comes in because the people who are your audience are watching you and your ideal client sure as hell is watching you. All she's doing is waiting for the green light to come and work with you. She's just waiting. She's basically waiting for your permission. You being real as a motherfucker with her is that key that unlocks it. That's the permission slip. You just being real as hell. You speak to her heart to show her that you understand her. And then you speak to her mind to get her to say yes to you, to get her to show her that she can trust you. And that will get her to say yes. And she will come to you and buy from you. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's it for this video. I might do a part 2. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.